All right. Lovely. Good. Okay. So, welcome. I was thinking if we should, yeah, I'll just share a little bit about what we're gonna do today first, and then we'll tune in. So, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna do a mood boosting class today. So the Kriya is a booster for mood and metabolism, and it's sort of like it puts a bit of pressure on the liver, which holds quite a lot of it stores quite a lot of emotion. Especially anger is connected to the liver, but this is like an all-around kind of uh, mood booster. Um, and sorry, just gonna go. All right. And it also works quite a lot with the lower triangle, as they call it. So, the lower part of the belly, where we have the lower chakras, and the lower chakras are sort of called like the animal realm. So they hold sort of like the emotions and the urges and like the natural behaviors of like um, like survival, food, reproduction. Is that what it's called? Like sexual urges and things like that. And that's all in the bottom three chakras. Um, and this is also where sort of like our fear and a lot of our sort of like negative emotions sit as well. So we work with that in this Kriya as well. And that is to sort of activate this area and sort of like clear it out and and just and move that energy upwards. Yes, and then we're going to do a meditation at the end as well, specifically for uh, sort of negative thoughts or feelings, and that is with a mantra that we're going to use today as well. Cool. The Kriya it's fairly short, but it's a little bit tiring, mainly because we're going to be holding a certain position in all exercises, and it's mainly just tiring around the shoulders. So obviously I'll show it to you in just a minute, but just to say that if you do get uncomfortable, you're going to sort of like be sitting a little bit like this. So it can get quite tiring for the neck. But just try and stay with it for as much as you can. And it's always fine to like come out of it a little bit and then come back again. But the idea with Kundalini yoga, especially when we have postures like this that are a little bit uncomfortable, they are great trainers for the nervous system, because we're putting ourselves in an uncomfortable position and making ourselves stay there, and that really trains the nervous system. It really trains us to be able to like meet sort of challenging situations in our lives as we sort of like take that with us off the mat and into the world, kind of thing. um and yeah, and that is on a very physical uh level that this kind of training happens. So we're training the nervous system to not so quickly react, or so strongly react to uncomfortable situations, but instead we're training ourselves to be facing a challenging situation with, okay, can I take a breath here and just um, and just level myself before I enter the situation, right? Okay. Anyways, that's enough talking for now. So let's just rub our palms together. I'm sitting in a comfortable position if you aren't already, and rubbing our palms in front of the heart, closing the eyes, and breath in and out, and then pressing the palms together, bring them to the heart. Take another breath in and out. And just taking a moment to arrive here, checking in with how we're feeling physically, emotionally. I think that um, we often go through sort of waves of maybe being stressed or feeling pressured. And so if you're going through one of those waves right now, just remember that it is a wave and that they come and go, they rise and they fall, and nothing in life is permanent. Everything changes. Let's just take a breath into that. A deep inhale, filling up the lungs, the belly, the chest, and then breathing out slowly. And then drawing your sort of your head upwards, creating a bit of length in the spine, lifting from the lower belly all the way up through the spine, up to the top of the head, drawing up, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue. And we're going to tune in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, 3 times, followed by the Mangalacharan mantra, Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name, also 3 times. A cleansing breath in. And as you exhale, creating that length in the spine, drawing up, relaxing the shoulders down, and then breathe in to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name, Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Siri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Breathe in. Suspend the breath, imagining a bright ball of light surrounding you, honoring the golden chain of teachers and practitioners of Kundalini Yoga that has come before us, the masters, the saints, and breathing out, just acknowledging that we share a sacred space when we tune in with this mantra. Um, and that sort of adds to the magic of Kundalini Yoga, or adds to it, just part of it, maybe is a better expression. Anyway, right, I was thinking we're just going to warm up the spine a little bit before we get started. So we're going to start with I'll sit on this so that you can see a little bit better. There we go. Just going to start with a regular spinal flex. So you can place your hands on the chins and breathing in, bringing the chest forward, breathing out, rounding the back a little bit, breathing through your nose. Just creating a little bit of movement, lubrication in the spine. You can add the mantra Sat Nam to the breath. Breathing in Sat, breathing out Nam. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Eyes are closed, focusing on the third eye point between the eyebrows. Lovely. And then breathe in, stretch the spine. Coming back to center. And just hold the breath for a short moment. And then releasing the breath out. Lovely. And then please come sitting on your heels. I'm going to do another spinal flex. It's just to create a little bit of movement. So when we sit on our heels, we access sort of like the higher higher part of the spine, the upper part of the spine. So sitting on the heels, just place your hands on your thighs, and same things we're going to do. Come forward, breathing in, breathing out, coming back, and you might be able to feel that that the movement is in the upper spine more than the lower. You can begin Sat Nam on the breath. Helps us anchor into the movement, into the breath. Chest comes forward as we breathe in and then comes back as we breathe out, without collapsing too much as we come back. So the movement doesn't have to be too big. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Looking up to the third eye. And then breathing in, coming to center. Suspending the breath. And then breathing out. Lovely. And can come back to something in easy pose. And before we start, we're just going to do some shoulder shrugs as well. So we're going to do, as we breathe in, bring the shoulders up. As we breathe out, just release them down. Hands on just resting on your legs. You can begin. Moving at whatever pace feels nice and good for you. Continuing with Satnam on the breath. Reaching at the third eye. And then breathing in, bring the shoulders up. And slowly release them down as you exhale. Maybe roll the shoulders a few times. Nice. All right. So we'll get started with the Kriya. So I'm just going to show from the side here. We're kind of going to be sitting in this kind of posture. So we're going to be, we want to create a little bit of a pressure in the back, just below the shoulder blades. Oh, wait. This. So kind of like, maybe I should have worn something else, but so it's just like this. So it's a slight sort of, almost like a back bend. And we want to create a pressure, a little bit of pressure, just underneath the shoulder blade. And we do that by sort of moving forward a little bit in the lower back and then coming forward with the chest. And then lifting up. And we can sort of follow with the head here as well. And this is where it can get a little bit tiring for the neck and shoulders, but that's okay. We're not going to stay in the postures for too long, and we're going to take a break between each one as well. So this first one, we're going to be sitting in this posture. Hands can just be on the knees or the chins, wherever you're comfortable. And in this posture, just going to show you, so we're going to breathe in. First, we're just going to breathe in a couple of times, breathe in and breathe out. So I'll guide you through this, and then we'll breathe in, and we're going to pump our navel here. So the navel point is, sort of here, sort of like around solar plexus area. So it's the same point that we pull in breath of fire, right? So that right by the navel. So the exercise is going to look like it's going to breathe in, breathe out fully. You're going to hold the breath out and pump the navel for 15 seconds or for as long as you can, really. So breathing out completely and then pumping the navel. So this can be fast or it can be slow. It doesn't really matter too much how fast you do it. Just try to get that pumping action. So we're just pulling the navel in towards the spine. And this really activates. We have so many nerves and energy channels all coming from here, right? This is the center where, as babies, of course, we receive all our nutrients from our mothers, right, in the womb. So this is one of the most important places in the body that we can work with and sort of activate. And we're going to do this 6 times. So you're going to be counting for yourself and just keeping track of how many times you have done. So we'll come into the position, sort of bringing the back forward a little bit, creating a little bit of pressure in the back, right around where the shoulder blades end. Bring the head up and then taking a breath in and breathing out completely. And then take another breath in. And then breathing out fully. As you keep the breath out, start pumping the navel, 15 seconds. And then when you need to, or you have counted to 15, breathe in, deep inhale, and then breathing out, complete exhale, and then pumping the navel again. And just staying with it. Keeping track of how many times and allowing yourself to lift from the waist a little bit to help with the posture. And then whenever you have done your 6 rounds, come back to normal position, closing your eyes. And just taking some rest. Maybe you want to roll the shoulders a little bit. And just take 30 seconds or so. Staying with the experience and remembering how we're training the nervous system with these exercises. Lovely. So you can rest while I explain the next one. So we're going to be in the same posture, right? So another thing to remember is that you can always sort of um, align the neck with the rest of the spine. So don't have to bring the head back too far. It can be just in line with the rest of the spine. And it doesn't have to come too far back. It gets very heavy. Uh, and that can also, yeah, make it a little bit easier to control that posture there. And so we're gonna hold our hands in prayer pose. We're gonna cross our right thumb over our left, and we're not gonna bring the hands into the chest, but rather just keeping the hands just in front of the chest, not touching the body. Elbows straight out to the side so that the arms are level to the ground. And we're going to come into the position and we're going to be pumping the navel here again. And this is the last one. And this is on time. So we're not going to do this for as long as the other one. And I will check the time for you. So come into position and we breathe in deeply. Inhale and exhale, pressing the palms into one another. Another deep inhale and exhale. Keeping the eyes closed, focus at the third eye point. And one more inhale here. And as we exhale this time, we're going to be pumping the navel for 15 seconds. Exhale completely and then pump the navel. For as hard and fast as you can for this one, because we're not doing it for very long. And then you inhale again. Exhale completely. And then take another full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Exhale completely. Keep the breath out. Pump the navel. 15 seconds. And then we're done. Staying with it. And breathe in. Come into regular position. Release the arms down. Exhale. So this posture that we're holding is pushing on the spine in a particular way that is meant to affect our mood specifically. This is why we're holding this. Another short one, so just just a short one. We're going to be bringing our palms up to the ceiling, hands touch on the sides, and as much as we can of our arms, if you can get your arms to touch while still keeping them straight. We're stretching the arms forward from the heart. And coming into the same position again, so lifting the chest upwards, keeping that, and just breathing normally here. Gonna hold this position, and we're gonna see if we can bring any negativity first into our thoughts, just for a brief moment. See if you can get something negative coming in. And then if you could release that. And then we're going to be blessing ourselves here. So tell yourself that you are gracious, you are blessed, you are loved and held, secure and prosperous in this world. You are powerful, creative, able to create any reality that you wish to see in your world. And then breathing in, releasing the arms down, and roll the shoulders out. Create a little bit of movement, and then just come to stillness for a moment. Just sitting in easy pose. Checking in with how you feel. And we only have one more exercise to go here. Just for a moment, check in. Lovely. And then we'll come into the last one. So we're going to do sitting archer. So we're going to do archer pose, but sitting position. Archer pose looks like this. So we're bringing our right arm forward, left arm comes in line with the chest, fingers are pointing straight forward, the palms are together, and we're just here, again in the same position, closing the eyes, focusing at the third eye point. Just going to be here for a short while. And we're holding this position, allowing the breath to move naturally, feeling sat as you breathe in, nam as you breathe out, to stay focused. working on our emotional body, our brain patterns, staying with it, sat on the inhale, nam on the out exhale. Almost there. And inhale and exhale, release down. And rolling out the shoulders if you feel like that feels nice. And then we have the last one. So same thing on the other side. Left arm comes forward, right arm, hand by the chest, lifting up, holding this position. Breathing, sat on the inhale, nam on the exhale. Focus at the third eye point. Seeing yourself as strong and powerful, at ease, glowing with life. Keep holding the position, sat on the inhale, nam on the exhale. Just another 10 seconds to go. And inhale and exhale, release. And once again, come to an easy pose and close your eyes. Just check in with how you're feeling. Any sensations. And just being the observer there, which is such a big part of meeting challenges with grace, to take the position of the observer, or the person that can surrender and accept the things that we cannot uh, affect or change or have control over. There's a lot of power in allowing ourselves to take a step back sometimes, and being relaxed in knowing that we control the things that we can control, and the other things we just let them go, let them be what they are. All right. Mm. And we're gonna just lay down and have a very brief relaxation before we move into the meditation. So just come onto your back, uh, stretching your legs out. Mm. Arms along the sides of the body. Allowing the body to fully relax, let go. become heavy against the floor or the mat, whatever you have under you. And just allow yourself to be in that position of receptiveness, of being in a place of surrender and letting go. And recognizing the freedom in that. The freedom of letting go of the things that we may be worrying about, but that we really can't do anything about. We just allow ourselves to let them go and recognize that we are safe and held where we are. And from here, start wiggling your toes and fingers. Take a deep breath in and out. Maybe stretch your arms overhead and take a full body stretch where you're lying. And before we get up, we're going to do a cat stretch. We're going to bring our right leg into the chest and then grabbing hold with the left hand, bringing the right leg over towards the left, and then allowing the right arm to come out to the side behind you, over to the right, looking up towards the ceiling or over your right shoulder. And then coming back to center, dropping the right leg down and bringing the left leg up. Grab and hold with the right arm, bringing it over to the right. Left arm comes out behind you, looking up towards the ceiling or over your left shoulder. Breathing deeply, and then coming back to center and bringing the right leg up to meet the left. Maybe rock side to side, massaging your back a little bit, and then either come over to one side to come up, or you can rock back and forth to come up to a seated position. Lovely. Great. So we're going to do a meditation, and this is going to be a little bit of a longer meditation. And I'm going to lead you through it. So we're going to use a mantra. The mantra is Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. That's it. But we're going to be doing it quite quickly. So with each exhale, as we chant the mantra, we're going to chant the mantra 5 times with each exhale. So the actual mantra is just going to look like this. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. One exhale. So it's very quick, and so that we can fit 5 in one exhale. We're going to have a mudra, a hand position. So we're going to have our left hand into a fist like this, with the thumb pointing up. We're going to grab the right hand with the left, we're going to grab the left hand with the right. And then we're going to place first the left thumb down and then the right thumb over the left. So it looks like this. And that is all. We're going to hold it in front of our heart, about, what did I say, 8 inches? Yeah, 8 inches or 20 centimeters in front of the chest. So somewhere there. And you can press down onto the fist with the thumbs. And the harder you press, the stronger the effect is on the brain. Is what it says in the description. And we're going to get started. And I'm going to lead you through it. So close your eyes. Either have them, actually, you can either have them 1/10 closed, so sort of like just looking down at the top of your nose, or you can have them closed completely and focusing at the crown of your head, so your crown chakra at the top of your head. So that's either or. Keeping the mudra and taking a deep breath in and 1 breath out before we get started. And a deep inhale. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo, Waheguru, 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 Wahegyo. Breathe in and hold the breath, and then exhaling, releasing the hands down, keeping the eyes closed. I'm just checking in. Once again, observing your own experience in this moment. How do you feel? And then we'll rub our palms in front of the heart. Breath in and out. And pressing the palms into one another, bringing them to the sternum. Take another breath in. And breathe out. And we're going to close with one round of long time sun and 3 long sat nams. Breathe in for long time sun. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam. Sat Nam. You can bring your hands up to the third eye and take a bow. Bowing to your own divinity, the divinity that is within you and within everything that we are aware of. Place the hands over your eyes and open your eyes into the palms of your hands. And when you're ready, you can release the hands. That really was a mood booster. I feel like I've cleansed my palate. Great. Thank you for being here. If you watched the video, I'm gonna stop the recording now.